right. Good afternoon, Brandy. How are you today?
Good afternoon. I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Good, good. So we were chit-chatting a little bit about your experience. We connected on LinkedIn, and your experience in QuickBooks Desktop is what interests me. So you currently are, for about the last 3 years, the treasurer of the EAA in DeLand. What is EAA? Can you share what that is?
It is the experimental aircrafts at the land airport. It's a nationwide company. So most airports have a chapter, and we have several board members, and we facilitate fly-ins where children of a certain age can come and have their first experimental flight for free.
Yeah,
And
that's
we provide breakfast, and it's just a great way to connect with the community and to reach the next generation of aviators.
okay. Well, that's awesome. So, and you've done that for about 3 years, and you handle all things financial for them through
Yes,
QuickBooks. Okay.
yes,
All right. And then let's see. You also were a treasurer for a homeschool co-op.
yes,
Okay, and handling all the funds there. You do have your degree from Daytona State. You were a teller with Bank of America. That was a little bit of time ago, but I feel like
yeah,
that is important to note just because, large financial transactions, very busy, having to multitask and doing all the things.
yeah.
And then you were also an office manager with Guardian Occupational Services. Tell me about that.
Guardian was a company that facilitated drug testing for companies that needed to test their employees.
Mhm.
So we would go out to the company and perform that drug test. They
Uh-huh.
were also affiliated with like the state or the government. When you were on probation, you would have to be drug tested. So those clients would come in as well to be tested. So I performed those and ran the office and did data entry and professionalism and confidentiality dealing with clients.
Okay, great. And then how did you keep your skills sharp with your volunteer um, roles that you've had, particularly in the financial realm?
Well, currently, as you said, I am treasurer of the EAA, so that keeps your money skills up to date. So I was trained just loosely on how to use QuickBooks, and so it just falls into the flow of how do you handle your finances personally. So I look at it that way of how do I handle my budget and my personal finances, and it's the same way it relates to the EAA.
Okay, all right. And what are you entering in QuickBooks? Tell me what your process is. Like, what are you doing in QuickBooks?
Okay, I am receiving checks from the people that are using our services over there, say renting the hangars or renting tie downs and such as that. So they send me the bills. So I have to create an invoice for said bill and then process it as receiving the funds to cancel out that invoice. And then you create the deposit from all of those. You accumulate them and put them on their deposit receipt and go off to the bank with it. I'm also receiving sums of cash from their fly-in breakfast activities or membership fees that are paid in cash. So I count that, and I'm accountable for their cash and making sure that that is deposited and recorded on their register as well.
Okay. So you are doing a lot of AR. Are you doing any AP?
Most of their bills are paid automatically, so they're just already set up to be withdrawal from their checking account. So
Okay.
not necessarily. When there has been an issue with changing of hands, I have contacted the companies and reestablished the correct information for those bills to be taken out properly.
Okay. Um, Now in any of your other jobs, were you doing AP?
No, I don't believe so, no.
So more on the
Um,
AP side or more on the AR side for most of your career. Now, what about like month end reconciliation? Are you doing any type of reporting?
Oh, yes, I do the reconciliation for the chapter, and it's all about making sure all your entries are classified in the right categories, and make sure you don't have unidentified ones. So if like a transaction didn't get identified correctly, it'll go under a column that says unidentified. So I have to go in and find that entry and see where the split was and make sure that it was all chosen for the correct category of where it needs to be. And I figured that out, and it's always a cheering moment when you're at zero.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this part of the interview. I was taking some notes here. But don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to talk about.
Okay.